So let's have a look at the lifecycle buying personas. Firstly, let's look at who the client is. Typically, the client will be a large enterprise, usually around $2 billion and upwards in revenue, may well be from any particular vertical, usually has the makeup of a complex infrastructure and complex data center environment, and it may well be an ITOM buyer, as in the IT operations management buyer. Some of the titles that we expect you would normally engage with would be either a director or VP of infrastructure, could well be of infrastructure operations or of applications. There may well also be some senior engineers, such as the site reliability engineer or a cloud engineer, who may well be involved in this cycle. So when and why does a client purchase? There may be several compelling events, a compliance audit or a software audit, or indeed they are actually looking for an IT operations management technology because one does not exist or the existing one is no longer fit for purpose. Quite often we see clients who are engaging or embarking on a data center transformation or a digitization of their IT environment. And in some cases, we may well see some sort of mergers and acquisitions activity that may well be pushing the client towards capturing the required data. So what are the buyer motivations? What should we be looking for? What are the typical characteristics, or at least the pain points or pain statements that may well share with you? Could be related to outages or complaints from customers complaining about issues that are not being resolved fast enough. They may not be able to run a tight ship, or indeed they may have lost the balance between effectively managing the environment but also maintaining the ability and the availability of critical applications. The technical debt could be piling up for years, and ultimately the pressure to modernize just keeps coming. So if you hear any of these things, these are the types of messages to look out for. Efforts are slowed when an application goes down, and you have to keep prioritizing to keep the lights on. Speeding up of resolution times whilst IT complexity is increasing. We also hear of applications complexity. New services such as microservices or serverless computing is introduced, and the pressure keeps coming on, but without actually seeing the interconnections of those complex applications, it's very difficult to fully deploy to those newer environments. So let's have a look at some of the qualifying questions that may arise. Firstly, you may want to ask what brought the client to look at Device42 as a potential solution, or indeed look at discovery as a potential need for their organization. You'll want to understand what the client's major challenges are, the client's pain, where are they struggling, and ultimately, what is it they're looking to do to try and address those challenges? What's your service management technology or ticketing system? It's really important to understand what other systems might well belong as part of the client's ecosystem. Other areas you'll want to also look at is actually sizing up the opportunity. So how many servers does the customer have in place? That's across both physical and virtual servers. Are they leveraging any cloud resources? How many instances of AWS or Azure might be utilizing within their cloud environments? What about the legacy systems? What are the types of applications they're using? And of course, what is the network infrastructure? Any of these types of conversations will support your further qualification of the client. Let's have a look at some of the next steps that you could embark on. You will want to register the opportunity on the Device42 partner portal. You should contact your Device42 partner manager, who will be able to align you with the appropriate Device42 account executive. You'll want to look at your potential pipeline and target opportunities and exchange some account intelligence between yourselves. And ultimately, you'll want to understand what creative offers are available. So please do talk to your Device42 partner manager for more details.